Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bernice, and in today's video, I will be giving you a glance into my 10th graders homeschool curriculum. First up is vocabulary. I got this curriculum from Master Books. Jensen's Vocabulary. It's a 1.5 credit course. I plan to do this curriculum with her over a year and a half. It is very easy to follow, as you can see from the images I'm showing you. The lessons are clearly described in the heading, and it's pretty straightforward. Next up is geometry. I got this one from Teaching Textbooks. I also used the Everything You Need to Ace Geometry in one big fat notebook. From the images, you can see that it's pretty self-explanatory. I got the Algebra Big Fat Notebook last year, and she was able to score very high on her standardized tests along with the Teaching Textbook curriculum. Together, I think these work very well. You can see the contents here, pretty self-explanatory and pretty detailed. The Teaching Textbook, I think, has about 145 lessons. So she would do a teaching textbook lesson in conjunction with, I think, a chapter out of this book per week. And she's able to complete both within the year's time, and it doesn't overwhelm her. It has answers that she can self-grade without cheating. She can check her answers. It has very detailed geometric shapes. She would complete about 5 lessons in teaching textbooks and about 1 to 2 chapters a week in this booklet. And all of her answers are written in this green notebook. I got the Big Fat Notebook from Amazon, by the way. Literature is her subject here on screen. As you can see, this is the lesson plan that goes with the literature curriculum. I purchased all of this on Christian Book Distributors, but this is a curriculum through Memoria Press. It is very exhaustive. It gives you the day of the week. Most of the master books and the Memoria Press curriculums come with lesson plans, either in the teacher guide or in a lesson plan, where they tell you what is recommended per day. She just follows it per day, per week, and puts a check mark and goes from there. Takes the guesswork from me as the parent and from her as the student, having curriculums that come ready-made with the lesson plan. Most of her answers are also written in her green notebook. Most of her curriculums come with a green notebook that I purchased for them to put their answers in so that I can reuse the curriculums with other kids. And this is what comes with the literature curriculum. Pride and Prejudice is one of them. Macbeth is another one. And it's all on the front page. You can just take a look at what I'm showing you on the screen here to get a better idea of what's included within the readers and the student guide as well as the teacher guide. Each of the literature curriculums come with a student guide as well as a teacher guide. And like I said, it was purchased from Memoria Press. There's Macbeth. And William Shakespeare also comes with a student guide as well as a teacher guide. And the Scarlet Letters. That's the third one. And the lesson plan walks you through when to do which booklet, which makes it so easy to follow and take the guesswork out. Like I said, Romeo and Juliet is the 5th. And this is a 180-day curriculum as well. All of this will be done by the end of a 10th grade year. Here we have health. I got this curriculum also from the Christian Book Distributors, but this is a curriculum by Ace Paces. It seems to be one of the best health curriculums in my opinion. It's all inclusive. It has 6 notebooks, 6 self-tests, as you complete a notebook, you complete a test, and the curriculum also comes with an answer key to make grading easy. This curriculum also gets her 1 credit by the end of her 10th grade year. All of the curriculums I'm showing you are 1 credit, with the exception of the vocabulary, which is 1.5 if you want to cram it into a year, but I prefer to do it over a year and a half period. This is her science. I think the total credit she's doing this year is 9 credits, because she's trying to knock out as many as possible so that by her 12th grade year she can have an easier time. This is also a 1 credit course and pretty self-explanatory. This one was also purchased from Master Books. It has the lesson plan in the front of the teacher manual. And again, all of the lesson plans come with the lesson guide or lesson plan in the teacher guide for the parent. This is some of the work she's already completed. That's the schedule in the front. And this curriculum is also 180 days. It breaks it down for her what is required per day. It tells her when she has to do a test, tells her when she has to do an exam, pretty much walks you through the assignment. Makes my life easy, makes her life easy. It's 2 semesters, of course, because 90 per semester, and it's 180 days of school. I don't know what your state requires, but in our state, it's 180 days is the requirement. If you can get 155 days of school, or 86% of your year completed, you would satisfy the requirements as well. This is her language curriculum. It's pretty simple. Again, this one is from Master Books. Of all the subjects I'm showing you, I think she enjoys language the most and literature the least. But I've purchased many curriculums over the 12 years of homeschooling, and Master Books and Memoria Press, pretty much what I'm showing you seems to be what I have settled on, because it seems to be the best one for my family right now. It might change as my kids get older, but for now, this is what they seem to enjoy right now. And it makes our days easier while still completing the requirements for the state. Here you see the daily and the weekly schedule in her language course. This also gets her 1 credit by the end of the year. If purchasing these curriculums, be sure to get the teacher guide in addition to the readers or student workbooks that are required for your child. I usually purchase on Christian book distributors, and I have to be sure to get the bundle, which is the reader or the workbook and the teacher guide, which has the instructions as well as the lesson, which is what I'm showing you here on the screen right now with the American history. That's the teacher guide, and the workbook is the one that's below the teacher guide. As you can see, all the lessons are in the teacher guide. So be sure, if you purchase the curriculum, to get the teacher guide, which is where a lot of the answers are, which is where the schedules are. The assignments are also in the teacher guide. You can tear the pages out, or they can write directly in the teacher guide as well, or write in their notebook so that the curriculum or the course can be reused with other kids that you may have. There's the breakdown of the schedule. She has 4 days of assignments and a day of either writing, some type of writing project, or some type of writing assignment. And in her workbook, it's also broken down like that as well. This is some of the pages in the workbook, or pretty much her reader. She would do most of her reading from this book, and the assignments would be mostly done in the teacher guide. Right up there, it coincides with the teacher guide so that she'll be sure that she's doing the right assignment. Makes life a little bit easier like that. The quizzes and tests are also in the teacher guide, so I cannot stress enough how you do not want to get the reader or the work text without purchasing the teacher guide to go along with it. If you purchase from Master Books, it comes as a bundle or you can get it individually. This is her Spanish. This one was purchased from Life Pack. It's 10 booklets, and I think it has about 6 DVDs that go along with it. The table of contents is what I'm showing you right now. She watches her DVD lessons on her computer or a portable DVD player, and she follows along and completes the assignment as her Spanish teacher instructs. The tests are also in the workbook. There's also a teacher guide. This one does not come with a lesson plan, which made it a little bit challenging for us. We had to calculate the total amount and from that determine how many lessons she needed to complete per day. So be aware there are no lesson plans with this particular curriculum. This is the Life Pack Spanish. You also saw this is where she keeps her DVD for geometry as well. And the Life Pack Spanish DVDs, she just keeps them all together to make life a little bit easier for her. Last but not least, this is her Bible curriculum. This was also purchased from Master Books. I like this curriculum. I've used different ones throughout the year. I like this one. In addition to this, all of my kids have the same Bible curriculum. Because foundations in faith, I want them to know why they believe what they believe. They have to read their Bible every day in conjunction with this curriculum. It's pretty exhaustive and it covers all the bases, including what they're already learning in church. It makes life a little bit easier by having this lesson plan, as you can see on the screen. Like I said, Master Books come complete with a lesson plan. She also has these booklets that I've gotten for her because, well, girls, right? I got these readers from Christian book distributors as well. They have them both for girls as well as for boys, and I have purchased the male ones for the boys in my family and the girl ones for my teenage girls, and of course the Bible. They need to be able to defend what they believe so that the world does not take them away from the foundation, which tends to happen once they leave home. This is the schedule I type up for each of my kids. I go through each of their course, and together we decide which subjects they want to complete on which days. And because sometimes we have to double up because Fridays they do music outside of the home. So this schedule helps them to know what is required and helps me to know what I expect of them every week. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were able to learn something. Until next time, I'm homeschooling 6 boats. Have a blessed day. Bye.